Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the Ruben Diaz to check out. They finally made a card for him. It actually took a long time because I don't know why it took them so long. This card is a little bit strangely formatted, a little bit. I do feel like he needs certain improvements in certain areas of the card for him to be as good as possible, because pace is a very important thing to work with in this game. But obviously, when you give shadow chemistry styles to these guys, you kind of have to hope that their length and their sprint speed is high. Like, that's the main thing, right? So with Ruben Diaz, he's 6'2", medium high work rates, right-footed, 2-star skills with a 4-star weak foot, right? So the fact that he does have the 4-star weak foot is definitely a W. Very, very good stuff to work with there. Player traits. He has solid player leadership and power header. So if you do go for corner kicks and you want to be able to score a power header with him, you could definitely go for it, right? Okay, so this card is a card that you are going to be using on a shadow chemistry style no matter what. Doesn't matter what the situation is, whatever upgrade that he receives in the future, you are going to give him the shadow, because it's going to be very important to boost his acceleration and sprint speed to be as high as possible. Now, with the future improvements, you kind of have to hope that they boost the pace in the acceleration department more than anything, right? Because in the meta of this gameplay, it's very important that honestly both of them are similar, or the sprint speed just overthrows the fact that the acceleration is on the lower side, right? So if you take a look at the difference between this and his previous version, it is a 1721 difference in the pace department, right? But obviously during that time period, lengthy was way more prevalent than it is now. So that card in the rare golds during that time period was actually a little bit more usable. Lengthy helped him, but the pace was still low. Like, people were overhyping it a little bit, you know? But yeah, with the new card, Shadow Chemistry Style will be boosting his acceleration sprint speed to be very high. Shooting on the card is on the lower side. His passing is in a good area, which is really nice to work with because he is a 4-star weak-footed player, so could definitely be very nice there. This card has 94 reactions with a 92 for composure, so that's usually the important area that I look at the most, because if that part of the card gets improved with pace, with physical, that's a W, right? For defensive players, it's always important. On the ball movement, you expect the agility, balance, and dribbling to affect it a little bit, but obviously we'll be taking a look at that stuff in game. On a shadow, his defense is going to essentially be perfect, which obviously is important to make him as good as possible defensively. It's going to be very, very important to work with. Physical. He has 81 jumping, which is on the lower side, right? Obviously, for a physical type player, 6'2", you kind of want to be able to win those engagements if that opportunity presents itself. So that's a little bit unfortunate in the jumping situation. Strength, aggression, both at a 92, 95. You know, obviously very good to work with there too. So generally speaking, it's a strangely formatted card, but obviously we have to see what the potential improvements could be like in the future, right? So with Ruben Diaz, we'll be using him in the center back position. We'll see what his base characteristics are like. Hopefully he's a beast.
Then the deal finally went through. It's a debut for Ruben Diaz today.
Nice interception.
Offside. Park.
Beautiful challenge.
Really vital interception here.
Nice, good challenge.
Just cutting off the supply.
Hey, the chase after was fine there. That was good.
Yeah, they played well in the last game, but they need to match that performance today. It should be a good game, this one.
Nicely done.
Well, he's a fan's favourite. He's also a manager's favourite. Park, isn't he? Stuart, what do you expect to see from him today?
So that, you could definitely see the pace difference, right? So you want that to be improved as much as possible for those long distance runs. But he still does well defensively. Oh, that would have been very bad.
Can he put it away?
Nice little shielding. Pass it off. There you go.
Oh, that's a well-timed pass. Might still be able to...
I just had to slide for the general area just in case you want to go for the pass there. Nice, good tip there. Needed that, needed that.
No surprise there. The hosts have enjoyed most of the possession and have used it really well. particularly in the midfield areas. And I expect more.
Oh, the response miss is horrible, but Ruben Diaz did his job there.
Mahrez. Very alert defending to cut off the supply.
Good, it was on his feet too. Didn't move away from it. Important.
And the referee is quite rightly letting it go. But they look as though they want to make this move.
Yeah, see, having the weak foot, super helpful. Every time, man.
Strong but fair tackle.
Good challenge.
Oh, that's an interesting pass. Going for the dink. An alert reaction to
He didn't block it. Didn't block it, but had to use the manual goalkeeping a little bit there to kind of freak him out because I timed my offside trap pretty poorly.
Perisic. Well, the pass
Oh, Ruben.
finding its Tony. Possession lost.
Well done, Ruben.
On creativity, but timely defending when it mattered.
I like that he puts his body ahead too. That was good. Good.
Thinking there.
Kind of hoping like for a possession-based tackle there, but that's really random if I actually end up getting it there.
Giving the ball away.
Oh, the deflection. But we're good though.
Well, high marks for that pass.
Good reach.
Kylian Mbappe.
To block that area. There you go. First time pass. Yep. He saw it space. I know he wanted it for sure.
Looking attack.
I like that his AI adjusted to defend against the guy making the run right away. Kind of compensates for pace being low for AI situations.
Possession and patience, the watchwords. Ronaldinho could take the lead.
Oh, Ruben.
Surely from the stats, there's been little between the two teams. It's been
Well done.
really
Theo Hernandez. Now, counter-attacking possibilities here.
Thank you, Ruben.
Well, that break looks... Ronaldinho.
Oh, just block out the area.
best coach I played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play. If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent,
And take that.
eventually...
Eusebio.
Oh, thank goodness for that. It's all him.
Begins in goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold starts with Ashley Cole in the fullback positions. Xabi Alonso plays.
Little body.
Casemiro in the center of the pitch.
His pressure tactics, we have to play it slow here.
And back underway. 1-0 it is.
Beautiful animation choice.
Well, nicely cut out. Can he put it away?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Definitely not a goal that should have been allowed. Went through his legs, but that's FIFA, so.
Well, disappointing end to the move.
Oh, good touch, needed that. But,
Tried to catch them up.
uh-oh.
Well, not to be in
Yeah, definitely needs the pace boost. That's the most important thing for sure.
Griezmann.
I just gotta hold that. Legron switch. Pass it back. There you go.
Di Lorenzo. Could be. Thwarting him.
What's happening?
Dagger's gone up.
Okay, cool.
Offside. Diaby. Jairzinho. Well, that
Really? I mean, listen, he still missed technically, right?
But they need
But
to take one of these chances.
I felt like I should have got a block there with him for sure.
Joao Cancelo. Okocha. Chance to reduce the area.
Nice, goes in with the weak foot there too. Important.
And he stopped them in their tracks.
Nice.
To show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
The defender
Good block, very important.
Griezmann.
Pass it back. There we go. Nice.
He's Moving with purpose as well as control. Quadrado.
No foul. He just takes him out, eh? Just physical presence on him.
And we're going to open up the defence. Showing excellent vision. This could be the equaliser.
Yeah, so you can see a situation like that. You want the little bit of extra pace. The upgrade's definitely necessary for that part of the card.
Park. Onto De Jong. Disappointing pass.
Push touch is always scary, but made it work. Pass it off. There you go.
Applying vigorous pressure.
Nice. We're good. Okay, guys. So final verdict on the Ruben Dias card. So yeah, they formatted this card the way that they did because he would be a pretty crazy center back if they formatted his pace to be a certain way, right? Because obviously with like center backs that are from the EPL, you know, Varane being a very good example, you could see that his pace is formatted a certain way, right? So he's got 83 acceleration, 87 for sprint speed. So the drop off in pace is not as drastic as a 74-88, right? That's a 14 difference, which is you know, that's absolutely nuts, right? This card is a 4 difference. So when you give him a shadow and he's still lengthy and he has defense and he has decent physical capabilities, these types of cards are always going to be beasts. Now, obviously, it just depends on how EA ends up improving these cards in the future. Because listen, in the future, I still feel like you're going to give him a shadow. Maybe you give him like a catalyst, depending on how much they improve the defensive capabilities of the card. It really just depends on that area. But it's interesting because his acceleration at least needs to be at an 85, 86, and then the sprint speed needs to be +3, obviously. But it's also the dribbling stats, reactions to composure that needs to be drastically improved for him to be a very solid center back. Because when I see 82, 96, right? When I see 82, 96, 82, 96, right? 82, 96. 82, 96. 88, 95. 82, 96. If you can increase him to be around this general pace area, this card is obviously very nice after the upgrade, right? The 88 acceleration, 95 sprint speed is fine on a lengthy. So a similar situation needs to happen to Ruben Dias because his sprint speed will be higher, obviously, if he does end up getting the improvement. So that's going to be very important. Boosting the dribbling will be important so he feels more agile. That specific part you notice. So you kind of hope for at least 3 upgrades, I would say, on the card for him to be an absolute monster. Obviously, for physical stuff, strength was nice to work with, aggression was nice to work with, but there are moments when it comes to animation choice to jump in the air, where obviously because of the 81 jumping, it feels like it can sometimes be on the lower side. So, you know, maybe in the future, depending on how they improve the pace capabilities of the card with the acceleration and sprint speed, it would be nice to be able to give him an anchor to kind of boost the jumping part of the card for that consistency to work with his height and his body type. Generally speaking, though, defensive capabilities wise, obviously he defends quite nicely, right? He consistently uses his weak foot. His 4-star weak foot is always there. Always does really good reach out interceptions, which is fantastic. His body type works really well with his defensive capabilities, right? But it is a card that definitely requires the upgrade to be very, very nice for the price range that you're paying for, right? So let's see what we're working with here. So a player makes 3 appearances in the next 6 games. He has been playing more often recently, so that's probably going to happen in the next 3 games. But you guys know Pep can just, all of a sudden, I don't want to play Ruben Dias anymore. So who knows with that, right? Defenders and goalkeepers keep 2 clean sheets. Let's see how well Man City's been doing in the clean sheet department. I know today, I think today was 1-0, if I'm not mistaken. Yo, Jack Grealish has actually had a pretty solid season this year. People focus on the goals and assists too much, but he actually really contributes to the team in a positive way. Like, he's a very good player. Okay, so the last 3 games have been clean sheets. So 2 clean sheets in the next 6 games. It could be possible. Let's see here. So March 19, 1 game is against West. That was postponed. West Ham game was postponed, so it's probably not going to count that one. April 1st, Liverpool, Southampton, Leicester City, Brighton, and Arsenal, as well as Fulham. 2, I think they could definitely get from those, for sure. 3 appearances, yes, that's 2. Club wins 1, yeah, he's going to get probably 3 then. +1 overall upgrade, +1 overall upgrade, +1 overall upgrade. So I guess, what would that be, like a +3 for everything? Is that how that would work? +3 for everything. So 85 acceleration with a 99 for sprint speed. That's not bad. That would be way better. That would be way better. +3. I'd have to work with acceleration as is with anchor. No, anchor. Yeah, because base card stats for physical will be improved too. I still feel like you're gonna give him a shadow, honestly. I still feel like it's going to be the case because you want the pace to be as high as possible, but you also want his defensive capabilities to be as crazy as possible. If this card gets like a card in the future where his pace is like formatted like kind of similar to Varane, I guess, like he's going to be nuts. He's going to be absolutely insane, right? But obviously the pace is the one thing that kind of like throws him off a little bit. But yeah, that's not too bad. And then what the other one is avoids defeat in the next 6 games. Guys, they're in second place. It's very possible, right? Like they could tie against certain teams. Will they lose? Losing will depend because it is Burnley as FA Cup, Liverpool, Southampton, Leicester, Brighton, Arsenal. Ooh, the Arsenal game. That's gonna be a tough one. That one's gonna be a tough one. First versus second, pretty much. Even I feel like even during that time period, it's gonna be the same exact thing, right? First versus second. So I would say 3 upgrades. With 3 upgrades on a shadow, he'll be nice. You know, it's kind of like the same thing they did to John Stones. They just got to format the pace a little bit differently, and he'll be a very good center back. It's really, really important to have that 4-star weak foot at a medium-high work rate. It makes the card significantly better. So, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.